Thank you, sir. Well, first of all, Mr. Lumbrisi was a delight to have at that meeting. He gave us a lot of information, directions to go with things. We'd like to plan a recycle day.
Okay.
And so he was very helpful in how we should go about beginning this thing.
Okay.
We really, other than the one new complaint that we have that's on Barnes Street, which isn't a whole bunch, because I sent a letter to Fire Chief Dickey because it's just lumber that's there, so that could be a fire hazard to the neighborhood. Okay. The other thing we need approval on from the council is the approval of Dorothy Cook to be co-chairperson in my absence.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Is there a motion made on the floor that
I'll
we?
make the motion, Dorothy be co-chairman in your absence.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and second that the council approve Ms. Dorothy Cook for being the co-chair or vice president of the Building Standards Commission. Any questions? All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
thank you.
Mr. McFadden, we want to hear from you. You got anything to let us know? You're quiet tonight.
I'm just
Soft-spoken.
here.
All right, wonderful. I appreciate you being here. You're showing some interest and concern for the city of Grapeland. We thank you. Grapeland Economic Development, did Brandon put anything into?
We did have a meeting last month, and we do have one set up for the 14th of this week. So
Okay.
we didn't really do anything, decide on anything at the last one, but.
Okay. We thank you, Councilman Chapman. You keep for standing in. Now it's up to the mayoral FYI items. And let me explain to everybody, these are information items only. I don't go through and do like most agencies do and put right on a big agenda on information items. You know, they'll go and you'll have these little square boxes and they'll make the X in it saying information only, etc. We're trying to be as conservative as we can with paper, and we're trying to be as conservative as we can and not prolong people at these meetings. If you go through and check each one of those X's for information only, we'll be here all night. One thing I want to do is commend not only our Judge Ford and commissioners, but I want to commend the people of Grapeland for attending the DECOG meeting. Our Mayor Pro Tem, she was there. She got her picture in the paper, thanks to Houston County Courier. Mr. Harold and his wife was there, and we also had Mr. and Mrs. Ben Childers there. Grapeland was well represented at our DECOG meeting, and I think we had a wonderful meeting. Also, at that meeting, it was discussed of our forgivable loan package. We have it in there. It's in a folder, and Donna, we might want to just go get the printout and just out of there, and those of you council members that were not there, so you'll understand what we're talking about, a forgivable loan. It's a 2-year, you forgive 50% of it the first year and 50% of it the second year. And they gave a presentation on it. Just the, not the whole package, but just the, there you go. You're smart. Well, I tell you.
She's the woman.
Excuse me?
She's the woman. That's right.
I'm sure, Miss, that's the packet. Everybody asking me, what is the forgivable loan, and pass it to Mr. Shepherd when you get through with it. And that's what it is. It entails, you know, basically, according to Judge Ford, the city of Grapeland is entitled to $355,400 and something dollars. I don't know how Judge Ford planned on allotting it for the county. Bless you. But also, it was voted on that it do not have to be distributed in certain percentages. Whoever presents the best loan package from Houston County will be considered. So that means if Ms. Nichols present a $500,000 package and her package is considered, that means my little that I asked for $200,000 won't be approved because there's not enough money unless some other county didn't spend all of theirs and then to be brought back through DECOG and reallocated to other counties that are in need or have loans on the books available. I'm sad to inform the council, I'm sad to inform the public sector. City of Grapeland is at a hiring freeze due to state and federal budgets and things that are happening. I do have the good news, and I'm sure y'all will see it in your council packet. We've earned $27,000, and I'm surprised they hadn't put it in the paper from the state comptroller's office. We've earned $27,000 more during this year, fiscal year, than we did last year. So we are benefiting. We are moving up. We're going to talk about the upcoming city school hospital board election. I was reminded to inform everybody here at the council meeting tonight that there will be an election. There will not be a city election because all the incumbents were not opposed, but there will be a school election, and I don't think there will be a hospital election. But I was asked to relate that. Also here at our city office, we have the Section 3 HUD policy posted at our city office, and our HUD display is on the window. We're expecting more, and as you all know, we're required by the FAST, Affirmative and Fair Inform Act, to post all the HUD advertisements and information about HUD during next month. And I'm sure Ms. Nichols can probably give you more information about that since she's our HUD person here for the city of Grapeland. But we're required to do that, so you'll probably see some posters. I thank Donna for contacting them and asking for some of these posters that we will post it, because we agreed that when we agreed to the fast form. Mr. Gerald Coulter visited with our office, and he informed me of our 75 miles per hour speed limit joining both entrance and exit on our city limits. So those of you that see those new 75-mile-an-hour signs, he talked to me about it, and all I ask you to do is, once you reach that city limit sign, slow down to 60 miles per hour. We didn't increase or decrease our speed limit within the city limits. They did not want to address that with us. They felt everything was all right. We got a report from TASB Energy Cooperative. You know, as we entered into agreement with the school district and city of Grapeland, we and I'll pass it around. It'll give you some ideas as to, and these energy rates, and I don't want it to be a selling item, but everybody else is going up. Let me put it that way. Energy rates are going up, so therefore y'all know water rates and everything else is going up. We received a letter from the Texas Water Development Board, and these are some of the things, and Mike is addressing this, and these are some of the things I'm telling you that we get from these departments, and they don't send any money with it, but we have to act on it. And people say, well, why is the city charging this? Why is the city doing this? Why is it? I mean, situations like this. And I think she put one of them in each one of your packet, council members, but you know, they addressed this in the 78 Texas legislature amended section 16.021 of Texas Water Code to require each retail public utility that provides potable water conduct a water loss audit once every 5 years. And this takes time. This takes man hours from Michael, from my city. I'm having to say Michael, from my city superintendent's job. And he's got to appoint somebody, and then he's got to sit down and do the statistical analysis on the data that he's found. So this does not only take him from his supervisory position, it also takes up an officer, and he's got also doing checks on this. So we want to stay in compliance, and that's why I always bring all these issues up, that people will be informed we are in compliance. And that's just about all my little spiel for information. Any questions so far? Any questions? Well, we'll go into our new business. First was Miss Kelly Simpson wanted to discuss local law enforcement, our PD department, but I think I allowed her to vent at our last meeting, and I think she since processed some of her complaints through the law enforcement system that was originally involved with it. So she did ask to be placed on the agenda, and like I say, when citizens are asked to be placed on the agenda, we try to place them on the agenda. We don't pick and choose here in the city of Grapeland.